Welcome back, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, all my beautiful water signs. TGIF, I am so excited for your reading today, so let's get started. Welcome back to all my subscribers. If this is your first time here and you like fun original content with a spiritual twist, go down and click subscribe so you never miss a reading. If you want a private reading, go to lizzamorsky.com and I'll get you all sorted. So I have a little announcement as I lick my lip like I'm a camel, like that, sorry. Just a little extra service I provide here. It's not that kind of channel. So my announcement, without further ado, my announcement is that I've decided to change up the format of my readings again. I did a lot of soul searching. I've been going through a lot of transitions and changes with my practices, and it just felt like I was becoming a one-woman production channel where I was doing a 15-minute reading and then spending 4 to 5 hours after every reading working in Photoshop and Premiere Pro, and it was really draining my energy, and the soul work that I love to do just was taking a hit, and I felt like I wasn't in alignment and the messages weren't flowing because I was just constantly stressed about how much production work I had to do after. So I want to let you know that my objective here, my mission with all of these readings is to help you transform your perception of your personal power. And I do believe that changing up this format will still allow me to fulfill that mission. So without further ado, again, that's the second time I'm saying this, so maybe that's a thing for you too. I'm going to get into your reading. I've pulled a traditional Celtic cross for you with the Light Seers Tarot, so that way I can just get right into the cards. I also pulled you an animal spirit guide. This is number 64, Wasp Spirit. Sometimes life stings. So the thing that's jumping out to me is that this is a 10 energy, and so that's the closing of a cycle. So here's the thing. The message that I'm getting from this card is that unless you get up close and really see the wasp, like the wasp can also look like a bee. And bees, I think, for me, are much more innocuous than a wasp. I feel like I'm really having a trouble. I'm having a hard time getting these words out too. So I feel like there's a lot of resistance for you moving into the next phase. Like, you know that this phase is closed out, but there's a lot of resistance moving into the next phase. What I was trying to say about wasps and bees is that they look very similar, but when the bee stings, it stings once and then it dies. When the wasp stings, it stings and stings and stings and stings and stings. I'm seeing that their stinger is straight, whereas the bee stinger is hooked. So there's something about that, like, that Morse code. There's like a Morse code coming through with this wasp spirit. I do definitely feel like it's the closing of a cycle, but there's something about like how the wasp looks like the bee, but it's actually more dangerous because it stings and it keeps stinging. So it may have felt like you didn't just get one hit, but it was like one and then another and then another and then another, like a house of cards falling, or like a dominoes were falling. So I just feel like don't worry about the resistance. Don't worry about the dominoes continuing to fall, because at the end, it'll just all be cleared out. It'll be like a tower moment. Everything will just be cleared out, and then you can move ahead with a fresh, clean slate. I'm also hearing that Beatles song when they're like, oh, you're gonna carry that weight a long time. So I feel like you've been feeling like you've been carrying this weight for a long time, but I do feel like you're getting to the point where you're going to be able to offload it, but that last hurrah might feel like that wasp stinging over and over again. It might feel like the dominoes falling, da 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 da. It feels like a firing range too, like where it's, or like the finale of fireworks. I'm hearing like a lot of boom, 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 like fireworks or shots being fired, where it's like a cavalcade of bullets or shots going off, but then it's done. Then the finale's over and you're done. That was really hard to get through. I'm just telling you like this wasp thing, but it was just really hard to get through. Is that where you're at? Do you feel that energy? Do you feel that blockage? Do you feel that thing where you just can't move forward into the next cycle? If so, feel into the resistance. Be like, what am I resisting? Am I resisting the end of this? Am I resisting moving forward? Am I resisting losing people? Like, guess what? You can't hold people back. You can't hold people toward you. If people are starting to move away from you, it's because their path is going in a different direction than yours is. And just appreciate what you had with them while you had it. Okay? If they're still in your life. Appreciate what you have with people while you have it. And then realize if they're starting to move away from you, not to like enslave them back into your relationship, or not to pull them back in and cage them in and be like, no, you can't change. No, I don't want you to go forward on your path. Because then they're miserable, right? So it's like, if this relationship or friendship or career or whatever it is, whatever this cycle is that's starting, you feel it's starting to slipping through my fingers all the time. I try to capture every minute, my feeling in it, slipping through my fingers. Who doesn't love ABBA, right? So it's, time will always be slipping through your fingers. People will always be coming and going. Don't hold people back. Don't hold yourself back. Allow yourself to keep moving on the path, and just thank every moment for what it's been for you. So with that said, in your current energy, I got 9 of Cups. And I feel like this is like, you're ready to take the leap. You're ready to take the leap into the next phase. That's where you're at. Your energy is really like, it's sending you signs and sending you signals. It's sending you the green light. It's like, okay, let's go. Let's move. Forget that old shit. Forget that old stuff. Forget it. Like, let's go. That is old. It's stale. We need to keep moving. Crossing you, your challenge, Ace of Cups. And I feel, so it's like, oh, already you have 2 cups. Those are, you're in your element. The 9 of Cups, you're getting to the end of that cycle. You're ready to start something new. You're ready to embark. You're ready to take the leap. The Ace of Cups, your challenge, it's allowing things to flow. Realizing that the fountain will never stop running. The true abundance, whatever is your true north, will never forsake you. It's when you start trying to force things or trying to hold on to things that are not meant for your life that you start hitting up against that resistance, where it's like, okay, let's say you're trying to stay in a job, for instance, that is just no longer working for you. It's not in alignment with you, and you're being led to move on to the next career. You're going to start noticing all those annoying things. There's going to be a change in management, or you're going to get a pay cut, or your hours are going to get cut, or they're going to move location to a place that's not convenient for you, or you know, they're going to cut your benefits, or, you know, there's going to be all these things that start kind of coming in that alone might not be the one reason that you would leave. But when they start compounding on each other, you're just, it's forcing you to look and say, am I still comfortable here? Is this right for me? And if it's a yes, then let it be a yes. But if it's a no, start feeling into that no and see where it's taking you. But just continue to let the flow come through. Oh my gosh, it felt like something just stung my ear. Listen to yourself, listen to your higher self, listen to the messages coming through. Oh, everything just got really itchy. Sorry. Okay. Whew. In your past, in like the past 6 to 12 months, you had 8 of Wands. Things felt like they were really moving quickly. You might have been physically traveling. You might have been moving house, but it's just like things were really coming to you. It felt like things were moving quickly. So you felt like in the past 6 to 12 months. So what would that be? Like, I guess, from like this time last year, around like end May, early June, to around December-ish, like that things felt like they were finally like moving, things were happening, and you thought you were on this path. You were, in the recent past, 4 of Wands, you were celebrating, things felt really good. And I think that's why right now this wasp energy is really throwing you off your game. Because you're like, no, but everything was great. Everything was 8 of Wands, everything was 4 of Wands. Everything was like moving, I was on fire, things were happening, things were falling into alignment. And now it's like suddenly you're just in this wasp and you're getting all these signals like, nope, it's time to move on now. And you're like, no, 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 but wait, what about those things? Yeah, those things were like to keep you on the road, keep you moving forward. So when you left, it wouldn't just be like, oh, well, I'm burning that bridge forever and ever and it was terrible and it was awful. No, it was like there were good times, which is really the test to see, are you ready to listen to your intuition? Are you ready to listen to your soul's voice telling you that it's time to move on? If things were going to be easy, then it would have been crap all along. Then it would have been easy to say like, forget it, I'm walking away. But because things were so good, that's where the real test comes in. So are you going to listen to your soul's voice? I don't know, but I would say you should. In your near future, if you can listen to your soul's voice, we got 6 of Wands. A lot of wands too. This is a lot of fire. So it's like you started with the water, but then the energy around you is a lot of fire. And I don't think that this has to do really with the fire sign. It could be a partner, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or you could have a lot of fire on your chart. But I feel like this is more like that spark, that thing that lights you up, that thing that makes you get out of bed, that call of adventure, the 8 of Wands energy that's like, go west, da 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 da. Go west. I'm just gonna keep singing go west and then na 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 na. Was that Pet Shop Boys? You guys, go west, okay? Whoever needs to hear that, go west. But the 6 of Wands energy, like if you can listen to your soul's voice, you're gonna be stepping center stage, arms up, arms out straight. It's 16 miles. Look, I'm gonna do a little karaoke here today, a little tarot karaoke. To the promised land, I promise you, I'm doing the best I can. Love that song. That's Arms Outstretched, with Arms Outstretched by Rilo Kiley. Anyway, and the thing that you're really stepping into is the moon. You're stepping into the new cycle, the new phase. Let everything blossom in full balance. Fall into it, swim into it, flow into it. It's beautiful. This is your divine feminine. This is being and not doing, accepting and not pushing. You can do this. The energy, how you see yourself. Oh, I've got full chills. The High Priestess. She is centered. She is woke. She is in her power. She believes in herself and she's a leader. This is where you're at. The resources you have coming in, the world, you have the ability to close out this cycle and step forward into a new one. You have everything you need to do that. That's a high calling, but you have it. Your hopes and fears, the Magician. As above, so below. So I feel like your fear in the Magician is that you're not powerful enough to actually do this, to alchemize this negative energy and move on and build something new. But your hope is that you are the magician. You are the alchemist, that you can take the piece of metal and turn it into gold. You can. I believe in you. And your new direction is 3 of Wands. Again, fire. But this 3 of Wands, standing on the shore waiting for your ships to come in. If you can listen to your soul, if you can move forward, if you can move out of this energy, if you can close out the cycle and step into the new one and get your 6 of Wands. Oh my gosh, sorry. Yep, we're on the right track. My nose is itchy as heck. If you can move into the 6 of Wands energy where you're center stage and your arms are up and you're feeling great and you're using your voice and everything's flowing, your ships are going to come in. It could take 3 months, 3 years, 3 days, 3 weeks, but there's something about this 3. Also, before the reading too, I was hearing this like 3-part opera. So I feel like there's definitely something about the number 3 that's significant for you right now. I'm going to pull some clarifiers. What is it that they need to let go of? I know what you need to let go of. You need to let go of this old cycle. You're going to keep getting stung. Yeah, 10 of Earth, 10 of Pentacles. The energy I'm getting from her is that you need to... Okay, your clarifiers are 10 of Earth, which is 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Fire, which is 10 of Wands, and Transformation. Yes, you got two. I'm not even going to... You got 2 10 energies to clarify a 10 energy. So it's like, close out the cycle, close out the cycle. Stop worrying that the money's going to stop. There's something about like finances with this, where you're like, if I leave this person, or if I leave this friend, or if, but there's like fear of loss of money is what I'm getting. Fear of loss of stability, but I feel like it's very financial. Okay. Yeah. Stop worrying about losing the money, because you're going to be miserable until then, and money isn't everything. And if you are listening to your soul's voice and you are going forward, you will always be taken care of. You will always find a way. You will always have abundance coming in because you're in the flow. It's when you start caging things in and walling things off and digging your heels in, that's when you stop the flow. It's like taking a hose and folding it in half, and it's like the water's not coming out, but if you would just unkink the hose, then the water could flow out again. It's like that with your abundance. Then clarifying this, clarifying the 6 of Wands is the 6 of Fire, so that's also 6 of Wands. So that's your ships coming in. Again, ships coming in. This transformation, where was that? Where was that? Transformation, number 13. It's this little girl looking at this like phoenix in her hand, where you have the ability to conjure. It reminds me of this magician where he's conjuring too. So it's like you have the ability to conjure the phoenix, so you're letting everything burn down and then you can rise again. Okay, you have the phoenix on your side. You have the ability to conjure the phoenix whenever you need it. Ace of Wands is Ace of Wands. Ace of Water, that was this Ace of Cups again. So you got Ace of Cups twice in your reading. This is letting things flow. Again, don't let the hose get kinked. And the Chariot, this is, things are going to start moving quickly if you let them. So step into that flow, release the old, step into, let your ships come in, take the leap. So stop holding on to things that are dead in your life, because they're going to start rotting and stinking, and you need to move on. Move on to more beautiful pastures. Anyway, thank you so much for being here today. I hope you like this reading. I cannot wait to see you next week, and I hope you have a great weekend. Bye, water signs.